Hello, my name is SETTY. I'm currently working towards a credential to become a teacher, specializing in business studies and EMS. In this reflective presentation, I want to share how I plan to approach educational philosophy and ethical methods in my future classroom. The goal is to demonstrate through current theory and curriculum standards how I would ensure my teaching is relevant, meaningful, and grounded in evidence-based practice. As I continue my studies, I feel increasingly aligned with a learner-centered education model. This means I value each student's identity, creativity, and their ability to shape their own learning journey. Drawing inspiration from existentialist idea, my philosophy aims to balance strong curriculum structure with the flexibility needed for independent thinking and ethical growth. Hoffman refers to this as embracing paradox, where both autonomy and guidance coexist in classroom practice. My outlook is also shaped by Merriam M. and Lunch, who advocate for critical, reflective learning rather than rote memorization. The instructional style I'm developing is guided by my personal values, that being respect, integrity, and accountability. Nyakora encourages teachers to be expert generalists, able to adjust to student needs and realities they face. For South African classrooms, especially in business studies and economics, I believe it's important to foster respect for diversity and fairness in lessons, assignments, and group work. By emphasizing ethical business practice and encouraging collaboration, I intend to nurture a classroom culture where honesty and engagement are standard. While I am still a student, my goal after qualification is to bring these ideas to life in real classes. For example, I would choose case study relevant to local communities, enabling students to connect theory to actual South African business environments. Topics like township, entrepreneurship, and market simulations would make learning tangible and current. I would integrate technology into research assignments, using online tools for market analysis and business planning. Throughout formative assessments and open feedback would be essential methods endorsed by the CAPS curriculum and prominent in current learning theories. Planning ethical learning starts with the CAPS curriculum. I would schedule lessons focused on business ethics and social responsibility for grade 10, referencing the relevant sections for CAPS. Through these sessions, students would explore real ethical dilemmas facing South African businesses, interact with current affairs, and practice problem-solving. Collaborative learning would be prioritized. For example, entrepreneurial simulations and group case studies allow students to experience decision-making and ethical reasoning in practice scenarios. In my teaching, ethical concepts would come to life through interactive lessons. Group project and business case studies would give students hands-on experience, helping them learn to think critically and make sound decisions. Technology, like a simulated online market or digital business planning tool, would further support engagement and accountability. The aim is to build a class atmosphere where students can share, debate, and take ownership of their own learning path, making ethical principles part of everyday practice. Let's look at a specific lesson for grade 10 business studies. I develop a lesson on entrepreneurship business plan, outlined in Term 2, Week 3 of the CAPS Guide. In teacher-centered activities, confidentiality would be essential. I would ensure student-sensitive data from financial management project is handled privately and with fairness, following Holmes' advice on professional standards and building learner trust. For learner-centered work, research assignment would involve exploration of ethics in different cultural and commercial contexts, helping students understand diversity and nuisance decision-making, both locally and globally. Between teacher-centered and learner-centered methods, I lean towards the latter. Modern educational theories and my reflective task highlight that knowledge is built more deeply when students actively pursue questions and engage with ethical topics themselves. The role of a teacher is to guide and support, but also to let learners discover, debate, and shape their own understanding. Resolving ethical dilemmas. If an ethical issue arises, such as discovering plagiarism in an assignment, I would use Holmes' 4-step decision-making model. 1. Collect facts and hear students' perspectives. 2. I would connect classroom values and ethical practices to real-world business ethics. 3. Teach corrective strategies, including proper citation and referencing. 4. I would choose a solution that balances academic policy with constructive support, ensuring all learners grow from the experience. This, to conclude, my educational philosophy is a practical, evolving, systematic way to handle ethical challenges I may encounter as a teacher in the future. Ethical accountability will guide me to create engaging, inclusive, and ethical business studies EMS classes in South Africa. With research and reflection, I am committed to preparing my future students to be involved, capable, and ethical contributors to society, drawing from current theory and CAP's curriculum guidance. Thank you.